Okay, today we are playing a game on Dorado. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing Orisa on defense and D.Va on attack. And our current team composition is Reinhardt, D.Va, McCree, Tracer, Moira, and Ana. Ana, in current year, if you can believe it. I know, it's unbelievable. So that's very disappointing, honestly. We'd rather have Zenyatta or Lucia, because we've already got Moira, so we have a main healer. So having an off healer would be better than having Ana. We're also on the console today, by the way, the Xbox. Consider yourself forewarned. Oh, I'm doing so good at remembering. I'm so proud of myself. So let's start the game. I think I'm still dying. I'm definitely still dying. So they've got a Symmetra. She's standing in the street, which is not where she should be standing, but it's where she's choosing to stand. So D.Va not as good at dealing with Symmetra as Winston is, but you know, shotguns are still pretty good at breaking the turrets and all that. Less good at fighting the Symmetra, though. So we've also seen they have a Reaper. Reaper killed Tracer. Where did Tracer die? Tracer died all the way back over there. Okay. I was like, is Reaper coming up behind us? No, Reaper's not coming up behind us. So we've come up here to fight the other D.Va. We have more health than the other D.Va, so we take her out of mech. We're low, so we retreat back down. They also have a Mei. Their team is real hostile to a D.Va right now because they've got, their team count is actually really bad, isn't it? Because, so there's Symmetra, Mei, Reaper. All of these things are rather awkward for, did they also have a McCree? I think they might have also had a McCree. All of these things are not ideal for D.Va to be dealing with, and they've got all of them right on top of each other. Mei is currently dead. So we don't have to worry about that. They do also have a McCree. Who's their healer? Do they have a healer? Because they have a lot of DPS. Do they have a healer? I know. No, they don't, because they also have... No, they've got no healer right now. Their team... Oh my goodness. We're losing to a team that's got no healer. We're not losing, but it's not exactly going well currently. We're losing. Let's be real here. So, let's go way the fuck up, because I was busy trying to decipher their team comp, which is bad in the gist of it. So, you should really just, like, leave right now, because, like, we stick around to, like, shoot at these people. Turn your back on them and walk away. Your head's real big and easy to hit, and McCree is going to take you out of mech pretty quickly as D.Va, because, honestly, it's harder not to headshot D.Va when she's in mech. And we should not be going forward right now, because we're playing Baby D.Va currently. The thing is with Baby D.Va is, this is how D.Va works, right? When you lose your mech, you have effectively died. So the goal is to get back in mech relatively quickly. Because if you can get back in your mech in a reasonable period of time, like 10 seconds or less, you've respawned really fucking fast, because you die when you leave mech, so when you get back in your mech, you're alive again. So if you can get back in pretty quickly, you've respawned a lot faster, because respawning is 10 seconds plus however long it takes you to get back to where the fight is actually happening. Whereas if you walk around as Baby D.Va for a little while and then die, you've just added time to your respawn. So you should not be going forward when you're Baby D.Va. You should be backing way the fuck up to just try and get your mech back as quickly as possible. So they have no healer, is what we've learned. So basically, like, we should try and deal with the McCree up on the high ground, because that's where he's going to be hanging out. And he's sort of the easiest one for us to fight, really. And he's going to be probably by himself, because the rest of their team is going to be pretty up and fighty, because they're all pretty short range. So we should be worrying about this McCree up there, and then worrying about everything else after that. It's very, this is very upsetting that we're losing to a team that doesn't have a healer right now. Life is difficult, you know. So, well, here comes Reinhardt, and they're fighting us in this badly illegal position as well. I wouldn't really keep playing D.Va at this point either, because their team is so hostile to play D.Va against. Like, they have so many things that make life difficult for D.Va. Orisa would probably be better for this, or, well, Roadhog would be good. Winston would be alright, but, like, you know, they do still have Reaper and Mei over there. Like, it's very hard for D.Va to do very much against a Mei, Symmetra, and then there's a Reaper there as well for good measure. So I'd probably switch to Roadhog or Orisa during this game. So we actually pop out of mech like a little bit too soon. Yeah, we popped out before the mech actually got broken. So we ended up getting hit by that. Just, you know, bite it out for a little bit longer. We did, right? Like, it wasn't just, like, very bad timing. I'm pretty sure we had 3 health when it broke. Yeah, no, we popped out, like, a little bit sooner than we had to. And then that little turret, the little turret was the hero. Reinhardt's getting bullied while he's nano-boosted. Now he's not being bullied anymore. So now, finally, after they've been performing these illegal maneuvers this entire period of time, we've started to get a little bit of inertia going. But oh no, here's Mei to be very inconvenient. Reinhardt's after her. Reinhardt's honestly, like, probably better at fighting Mei than us on average. Now we're going after the Mei because she's low health, but oh, psych, she's playing Mei, so, you know. Now, I wouldn't have chased after the Mei as D.Va because, like, maybe if, like, Reinhardt looks like he's gonna get frozen, we go over there to help him, but, like, Mei is so very inconvenient to fight as D.Va, and you're not likely to kill her either because she can just use Ice Block. So I would have rather found something else to do than chase after the Mei, because it ends up usually being sad. So he tried to use Death Blossom, but he died. And we finally captured the first checkpoint. Oh look, they have a healer now. Now we know who we really want to bully. Who changed, though? Was it Symmetra? I'm looking at the kill feed, like, who changed? We know it wasn't Mei who changed, because Mei's still there. We saw Reaper. So it has to be McCree or Symmetra that changed. This is actually important information. Yep, and there she is. She's playing Mei again. She is reasonably low right now. Like, we've just seen her use Ice Block, so we could try and kill her right now, because we are still quite healthy. Mei doesn't kill you quickly, right? Like, if Mei's gonna kill D.Va, it's because somebody else was there to help Mei while she was bullying you. So since we just saw her use Ice Block, and we're quite healthy, we could try and kill her in there right now. Because, she's unlikely to take us out of mech at that much health, and we could always just leave if it looked like it was gonna get really bad as well. D.Va's one of those heroes that is like, she is expected to kill people, right? So you don't want to miss out on opportunities to try and kill people. That's true of every hero, but like, to be fair, but like, D.Va in particular is about killing people, right? She fills a similar role to Winston, but Winston is more about disruption. Like, killing people is a bonus for Winston. D.Va is actually like, about killing people. So both our supports died behind us right now. Let's go back. Could we have seen this coming? When we come up here to try and fight this boy. Oh, that was McCree. And then Reaper turns up down there. I see. So I thought that was Reaper up there, and then he jumped down. Never mind. Well, we lost both our healers, so that's not exactly good. We were dealing with McCree at the time, though, so fair enough. Now they have a Pharah. Pharah is very much a person of interest to us as D.Va, but also, so is Mercy. And she's really low right now, so we really want her. No, don't worry about Defense Matrix right now. Just, like, keep killing that lady. Like, we get shot in the back, and we're like, oh shit, oh no. No. Just keep going on the Mercy. You're so healthy right now. You don't have to worry about getting shot in the back, because, like, they aren't about to do 500 damage to you right there. Just keep on the Mercy. Don't even worry about the Defense Matrix. So, we see our boy over here. He's almost dead. Reaper is behind us right now. He's close to dead. He's dead now. We got the checkpoint even though, anyway. Like, even when he was there, we'd actually already captured it. Because he was just out of range. So, somebody actually was, somebody DC'd. So, Optic Alvarez? Alright. So now we've got to try and get back in mech quickly, if at all possible. There isn't very much for us to shoot at right now. We'll just shoot at the Pharah. Hard one to hit as Baby D.Va. Not exactly the fastest projectiles in the world. Oh, Reaper was behind us? Did we hear him? Yes, I can hear him shooting behind us right now. And then he got tranked? No, he didn't get tranked. I heard, I could hear Reaper shooting behind us, so that's something we should be concerned about. Surround sound headset, very good, because you can tell that the Reaper is behind you. Or, well, the anybody is behind you, but Reaper is one that's typically trying to creep up on you. So, McCree is up here. We don't want McCree up here. He's fucking dead, and we got 69 fire for it. Nice. Farah, also a person of interest to us. We've sort of really fucked up. Like, whoa, where the fuck are we right now? Oh, Jesus. Oh, where'd she go? Just be cool. There's no niche, like, just be cool, because we see her, like, boosting up the side. We can stay on here and, like, fight her from right here, because she's, like, right at eye level with us. And then if she boosts... So we could just, like, fight her on the bridge, and then if she boosts up, we can use our boosters to go after her. Because if she's right next to us, level with us, we don't actually have to, like, go up and chase her. We can wait until she uses shift and then use our shift to chase her. Well, I say shift, we're on console. You know what I mean. So I'm not a fan, I hate using D.Va's ultimate like this, especially on this kind of map. Like, I think it actually, like, even gets blocked by just, like, the architecture, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like it presses right up against that. I hate using D.Va's ult like that, because just lobbing it in doesn't tend to ever accomplish very much, to be honest with you. I, prefer to save it for zoning, and, you know, you can say chucking it in like that is zoning. Doesn't usually end up amounting to very much. Hold the defense matrix over this boy. No, we stopped to shoot him. Just no, keep that on him. We keep that on. To be fair, timing wise, it could have just been unfortunate timing. He wasn't gonna fend off that push. Oh, there goes optic again. I hate using D.Va's ult like that. I find it is better used to try and deny enemy ultimates or combo with people, though even comboing self-destruct, it's so slow. It's so slow to activate that it's hard to kill people with it. It used to take even longer to activate. Can you imagine? Those were the dark days right there. And D.Va used to die to her own explosion. You know, now she doesn't. Farah still dies to her explosions, though. God. So you had to, like, chuck it in there, and then worry about getting out of line of sight of your own explosion as well. And it took a full second longer to explode. Dark times. Optic is having some trouble over there. So they've still got May, apparently. I say still got May, I think they changed, and now they're back on May again. So we've entered the Orisa segment of the game now. Reaper is behind us. This is very bad, but Fortify is really good. Moira's here to heal us up, and now we're gonna start bubble dancing. It's a bit of an unfortunate place to do it. Like, it's a good thing that our team is winning behind us, because if you think about how we're doing this dance with Reaper, if the enemy team wasn't losing, we'd be getting shot in the back while getting shot by Reaper. So, we don't do a great job of doing the bubble dance, but Reaper's gonna have a hard time killing us at that point, because Moira is also there to heal us. But we do know they have a Reaper, so this is something that we should be paying attention to now. Put the headphones on so I can hear if Reaper's coming up behind us. I don't like having both ears on my headphones because I have this weird paranoia that somebody's creeping up on me, basically. There's a story attached to that, but let's not go super off track right now. Suffice to say, I don't even like windows behind me because I have had bad experience where somebody was in fact right behind me in a window. A presumed murderer was hanging out behind a window behind me for probably like 10 minutes before I knew. So I don't like having windows behind me or not being able to hear what's happening in the room around me. I didn't get murdered, don't worry. As you may have inferred, I didn't get murdered. Almost got murdered, though, probably. So, anyway. We are up here right now. This is not really a great place for Orisa, because if you end up in a bad spot, like right now, because Reaper's right here, there's really not much you can do about it, right? Can we hear him coming? Not really. By the time we hear him coming, he's, like, kind of already on us. So, that's unfortunate. The thing is with standing up there as Orisa, is you just gotta think about how far you've gotta go if you're gonna get to safety, right? This is important to bear in mind when positioning as, like, any hero, right? It's like, if I get in trouble up here, how far do I have to go to get back to safety? I've gotta go out the window and past the payload to get back to safety, right? That's really scary, especially as a hero that is immobile, like Orisa. So, it's important to bear in mind when positioning. What if I get into a bad spot, how am I going to get out of it? And so standing up there as Orisa, you're not really likely to get out of it. Also, Orisa doesn't tend to do very well off by herself, because if she's off by herself, it's very easy to just, like, collapse in and crush the Orisa. You can see that when we had Moira with us, Reaper basically, like, couldn't really kill us. Whereas then, over by ourselves, Reaper doesn't have to try so hard with it anymore. Granted, we were also in, like, a super confined location as well. So they've decided that they're going to try and push up that way. They had no reason. They didn't need to walk across the main street if that's what they're going to do, but it's what they did do. So Reaper's behind us right now. We can hear him shooting. We can hear him shooting behind us, but by the time we realized it, Mercy was already dead. Sound isn't an important aspect of the video game. He said it not listening to the video game when he plays. Because I like to listen to music when I play. And what's the point of listening to music if it isn't going to cause me hearing problems later in life? So, now you might think that conflicts with what I said about not liking to not be able to hear what's happening in the room with me. That's the trick. When you only have one ear on, though, you only lose hearing in one ear. That's how you even it out later in life, right? I'll be deaf in one ear, other ear will be perfectly good to go. So, sound is an important... What am I talking about? Sound is an important aspect of this video game. I recommend a surround sound headset so you can hear when Reaper is murdering Mercy behind you. So, even though we lost both our healers, we actually get back over here in time to start fighting again. Now we're going to get frozen. We have also had the bongo, but if we put the bongo down anywhere during that fight right there, it was just going to immediately get broken. It's not looking good for its life expectancy right now, but it's looking better than it was a few seconds ago at the very least. And miraculously enough, we actually, even though we got frozen, we didn't get killed. So, we've managed to stall out the objective long enough for our team to actually start regrouping behind us. Unfortunately, like, we don't really have a spawn advantage right now, and in the end they do still end up, killing us here. The thing is that, like, we can't really fall back because the payload is right there, but Orisa also doesn't like to fight that close to people. I don't really like playing Orisa when the other tank is D.Va also, because I don't think Orisa is a very good main tank. I don't think she's a main tank at all. Cursor's been on the screen, I'm so sorry. I don't think Orisa is a very good main tank, and I don't think she's a main tank. Because she's so easy to overrun. And if the other tank is somebody like a D.Va who is gonna fuck off and do her own thing, basically, you basically don't have another tank with you, and Orisa is, like, really bad as the only tank, because, like, it's so easy to overrun Orisa, especially if you have, like, an aggressive team comp. Like, their team comp is quite aggressive, actually. Right, like, their plan is to run up on you and start fighting. I do not like to play Orisa with the other tank as D.Va, because D.Va doesn't do enough, well, I mean, she can, but D.Vas won't do enough to actually, like, support you and help you stand around and do what you need to do as a tank, basically. So I would probably change to Reinhardt during this game. Well, if you're playing Reinhardt, won't you also get bullied by Reaper and Mei? Yeah, but at least I'll be able to smack him in the fucking face, right? So, unfortunately, Reaper's just running up on us right now, and we're over here by ourselves, so this is... Why are we actually even over here? Like, this is a very unusual place to have ended up, and I was talking about my own bullshit. We go all the way around here. We should not go this way around, because if nobody comes up here with us, like, this is what happens, right? Like, Orisa needs to be with people, because she needs... If people aren't with her, it's too easy to just run up and start killing the Orisa. So, like, the whole team's going out the front door. You can't, like, go up that way, because if nobody's up there with you, they'll just go up there and fight you. And Orisa's not good at, like, fighting people off solo. Unless, like, you're a god, and you just ding, 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 ding. But I mean, that's not necessarily a very consistent strategy, is it? Well, if I just land all of my shots as headshots, I don't have to worry about it. If only life was that simple. So, now, however, the fights, we've actually managed to regain ground and get some control out here. Unfortunately, Soldier's all the way over on the other balcony, because we'd love to be sitting up here with Soldier. That balcony is probably better to be standing on as Orisa, on average, because you have a bigger view of the area, and it's a little harder to get up there. It's not necessarily harder to get up there, but like you'll see them coming from quite far away. Anyway, so we're up here. Their team is starting to push in down there. We've almost got the bongo, but like we're gonna have to go down there and like be a tank in a second. This is also the thing with Orisa, is that like she's so much better if she can just sit with the back line and, like, build a bunker around them. Like, that's what Orisa's really good at. If I think of Orisa at her strongest, it's Numbani first checkpoint, sitting on the far balcony with a Soldier and a Mercy behind her. Oh, God. So annoying to actually move them. Unfortunately, though, if the other tank is D.Va, and your team doesn't actually want to sit up there on the high ground with you as Orisa, you don't actually get to do that, and you just have to sort of pretend that you have the presence to be a main tank, which is only true if the enemy team is really bad. So, anyway, as we can see, we're about to win. They've got enough time for somebody to run out here and touch it, but things are not exactly looking good for them right now. And someone does in fact make it out here to touch it. So I would be moving closer right now, because Reinhardt I'm expecting to try and charge to the payload, and I don't want him to do that because I want the round to end before he can touch it. So I'd be moving up this way so that I could use Fortify in front of him if he tried to charge past me, and block his path. Oh my god, my fucking sound driver is fucked as hell. But somebody runs up behind us anyway to touch it, but I would have been moving up to try and block the Reinhardt's charge so he wouldn't be able to get to the payload. Because ideally, like, this part of the fight doesn't even happen, right? So, oh, very scary, but we've got our bubble here to protect us. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh god, we're getting overrun. We've been overrun, and they get the checkpoint. Very sad. I just don't think Orisa is very good for this situation, because just like their team is so aggressive, and Orisa is so bad at, like, Orisa hates when people are getting up on her grill, right? Like, Orisa prefers to play a very long-range, like, slow-paced match. The worst thing for Orisa is to, like, be getting dove on by people. So I don't think Orisa is very good versus, like, that team composition. I'd rather play Reinhardt, or I suppose Zarya, because the other tank is D.Va. Maybe, you know. I would play Reinhardt, though. Reaper tries to push his way through your shield, and they'll probably beat the shit out of him. Reaper players, they're bitches. They as soon as they start taking some damage, they run away. You just gotta smack them a couple times. So, they have immediately lost momentum, because they sort of split up as soon as they actually started getting anywhere and started getting picked off. And some of them are starting to push back in before their team is, like, fully back behind them, but our team isn't exactly very good at punishing people right now. And we've been killed by the tire. Did we hear it coming? I mean, we probably did. He's on the left. Yeah. And then it comes up behind us. So he was on the left, and he sent it around the back end. Orisa's not exactly great at breaking the tire, but he sent it around the backside. So, again, sound important aspect of the game. He said never listening to the video game. So, we see that this boy's getting bullied over here. We should really just, like, yank him back sooner than this, because we throw the shield out there, but, like, we should send the halt out here sooner. Because Soldier is clearly having a bad time, if that's where he ran to. We want to stop him from getting into that cubby and actually fighting Soldier. Like, we want to pull him back and stop him from getting on Soldier while we're getting over there. And then hopefully we can keep Soldier alive. Wasn't looking good, but using Halt instead of using Halt sooner might have helped him out there. I mean, it would have helped him out, but there's no guarantee he gets out still. Because by the time we use Halt, he's already dead. And as we can see, Farah, rather, has just killed their entire team. Easy. Don't have to worry about it. So nice when you don't have to actually do anything, because somebody on your team just kills the entire enemy team. So, what can play the game? Farah? Fair enough. Sharpshooter? Farah can get Sharpshooter? I've never seen it. I've never seen Farah get Sharpshooter. Fuck. I mean, I get, like, yeah, they're all direct hits. It made sense after I thought about it, but I was like, she got Sharpshooter? I've never seen Farah get Sharpshooter before. That's incredible. I've seen Soldier get Sharpshooter exactly once. I've never seen Farah get Sharpshooter. Good heavens. Incredible. You learn something new every day. On the console, no less. Ho ho, how about that? Alright, so, anyway. Biggest thing that stands out, like, surround sound. Yeah. We can hear stuff happening around us that we don't notice until it's already happened, basically, but we could hear it happening around us at points. And also, be more, I mean, it's kind of a sort of confrontational way to put it, be more ready to, like, change heroes, because I don't think playing D.Va and Orisa were the best choices in this game, but they're what we stuck with, like, the entire round as well. I think there were better alternatives during this game to change to, but we just stuck on the ones that were a little bit awkward, especially the attacking round where it's like Symmetra, Reaper, Mei. Like, that's really hard for D.Va to do anything versus that team comp, because they just fuck D.Va's day so badly. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching. If you don't, wait, let me just check the email really quickly. Because am I forgetting anything? If in general I'm doing the right things. Yeah, in general, the biggest thing is, like, awareness, basically, if we say broadly. Yeah, and hero selection. Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. And I hope you found the video helpful.